In today's video, we're going to be recapping all of the trades that I've taken throughout the week. And I believe I took 3 trades this week, so there's going to be 3 recaps pretty much all in one video. I've never done something like this on the channel before, so I really do hope you enjoy it. And if you guys do enjoy it, I would love to continue doing them. So starting off, so as you can see on a Monday at 11:48, this was the trade I took. So let's just pop up the backtesting site. So reason I took this trade was because we had, first of all, it's one of my strategies that always work in the market. Of course, there's times it doesn't work. And in this case, had to be on a Monday where it didn't work. First, we had an SMT. So that was very nice. Second, I saw this SMT getting placed. Then I also saw this fair value gap getting placed. So SMT both on the NASDAQ and the ES because they are 2 correlated assets. I don't know why this is just not clipping properly to the candles. It's like what is it? ADHD or OCD, I think it's called. Yeah. Anyways. So yeah, very nice fair value gaps and SMTs on the 15-minute time frame. So ended up going down to the 1 minute, and right over here, I ended up taking my long position. Reason for that is because I had that manipulation leg right over here, market structure shift right at these highs, and I also had that inversion fair value gap. So once I saw this getting put in place, this is my like A+ model. I ended up wanting to look for these overall highs getting taken. Stop loss, of course, went right below the lows. What happened? Got stopped out. Like a slap in the face, because this was honestly a very beautiful model. And honestly, one thing I feel I could improve on is next time, just don't take a move. I don't know what I was thinking. Usually I don't go into trades like this, but when we have such a strong move, especially on a Monday where we're setting up, especially I'm pretty sure it was a no news Monday on top of it, and we're setting up for the week, and we have a strong push like this down, don't try to take longs off it. I don't know why I did that. Wasn't the smartest thing to do. So let's get into the second trade. So second trade, this is going to be, and of course, guys, I always trade the New York sessions. I trade at 9:30 New York, and usually I'm done at 11, 12 o'clock. So let's get into the second trade. So the second trade is December 10th at 11 o'clock. December 10th, 11 o'clock. Just want to show you guys, so I'm not bullshitting you. These are the actual trades I did take. Coming down to, coming up to the 15-minute time frame, what did we see? Same exact strategy. We had that 15 SMT. So SMT on the 15-minute. Now, call me a sniper, because look what I saw all the way to the left. What did we have? We had a fair value gap. So we marked that out because look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 times we rejected it. So this was a no-brainer. This is a very strong zone. So once I saw that fair value gap and the SMT came down to the 1 minute, and I'm like, I want my money. Give me my money. Monday was bad. I lost money, so I want my money back. And so that's what I did. Came over here, manipulation leg, inversion fair value gap, right on the break. I waited for the next candle, I believe. Yeah, somewhere here. I ended up taking my entry for a long position. Stop loss, of course, right below the lows. Take profit. What I ended up doing was right over here. As you can see, I'll put it on my screen. I had multiple take profits. Was I targeted right for this -1 standard deviation, and then I ended up taking 90% of my position off and then targeting the rest for that -2. Beautiful slap TP. So that was very nice to adjust on the week to be up. As you can see, as I said, 8 contracts in, 7 were taken off right at that -1 standard deviation, took 90% off and let the runners run. So there's the proof. Now let's continue going to the next trade. And as you can see, there were no trades. So it is true. These are my trades. So now this trade is December 11th at 10:31. As you can see, December 11th, 10:28, same thing, whatever. Then what did we have? Same freaking strategy. SMT, 15-minute time frame. Bro, like this strategy is goated, bro. It's goated. Like there's nothing you can say about it. So SMT, fair value gap, on the 15-minute. Change that to a fair value gap. Coming down to the 1-minute, what do we see over here? We had that beautiful, sweet manipulation leg, market structure shift right at these lows. But as you can see, we actually didn't have a fair value gap or an inversion for value gap in this area, but we did have an inversion for value gap right at these lows right here. Ended up jumping in for a beautiful position and targeted a -1 standard deviation. So I targeted literally a 1-to-1, and right there, TP was hit. Guys, I could have held this actually, or could have, I don't actually remember. Yeah, I could have held it all the way down to the -2, and I could have did the same thing that I did in the first one, but it is what it is. So now let's get to the last trade. I'm pretty sure it was. Oh, show you for proof. That was the last trade I just covered. And this was Friday. This was a bit of a hectic trading session, but we'll just focus on the one that actually was most proven to my strategy. Because here, I literally just took this off the inversion for value gap. I mean, fair value gap, and just targeted for downward moves or little profits. But this was the real strategy. So let's hop into that right now. All right, so for the last trade right over here, the 12th at 11:21, this one was a bit of a weird trade. So let me get into it. So first thing, this is my second strategy. I had a 1 hour sell side liquidity right over here. So I saw that. Then also, I know this doesn't actually meet, but for some reason on the replay, it's not showing that it's meeting. But on the chart, it actually did meet that fair value gap on the higher time frame with the sell side liquidity. So that were my two confluences as to why we were going to go up. So I really like that. Coming down to the 1 minute, I didn't see anything. 2 minute, I didn't see. 3 minute though, I did have a nice rejection. So we made this sell side, not sell side. Well, you could call it sell side, but I call it a manipulation leg. And we had the market structure shift right at these highs. Right over here, we had that inversion for value gap. So right on this break, the second it broke, I took this entry, and I wasn't looking to target like higher moves because like I wanted to get in and out very quick. So just because this was a very strong push down, and I wasn't crazy about it since it was a Friday market on top of it. So I literally, I didn't even target a 1-to-1. So what I did, I took this trade and I was out literally right over here, like literally hit the top. Second it tapped into that market structure shift, I was out of the market. Yes, it wasn't really my model. Usually I target either a -1 or ladder runner run to the -2. But guys, that was simply how I just ended up taking the trade. As you can see, entered right over, well, this is where I exited on that little fair value gap short. Took the entry, 5 contracts, and right over here got out. So guys, that is going to be the weekly recap. So if you actually did stay to the end, let me know in the comments. And if you want to learn these strategies one-on-one with me on call, I do have a free trial to my mentorship down below. So you can go check that out for completely free. If it's the right place for you, you can stay. And yeah, so that's going to be the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you want to see more weekly recaps just like this one. Peace.